Trouble in paradise for WWE News and Rumors on the menu today with the hottest, the latest, the greatest. More details being exposed and leaked about Monday Night Raw and Netflix, the trouble from within. And we're going to cover all that right here and right now. Because while it may be Super Bowl Sunday, and while it may be Seattle versus the Patriots, Sean's View Entertainment is going to be hyping it. Sean's View Entertainment is going to be rhyming it, the rhythm. Sean's View Entertainment is going to give you all the moves on Super Bowl Sunday, February the 8th, 2026, a day that you will not soon miss. Who is going to win? Who is going to come out on top? Can the Patriots do it one more time with the lights on bright? Or is Seattle about to shock the damn world? Ladies and gentlemen, as I always do, multiple times a day, every day. While the Super Bowl only comes once a year, I come to you every single day, multiple times a day, in multiple different ways as it concerns all WWE, because this is the undisputed place to be. And we're not going to waste any more of your valuable time as we're going to break down this huge detail, this coming across my desk, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of these stories that, well, is groundbreaking. Make no mistake about it. Roman Reigns silenced. Roman Reigns censored. Netflix banning WWE Raw. What is going on, viewers? Zebros. Now, we thought Netflix and Monday Night Raw were going to enjoy this great satisfaction, the great viewership, the great ticket sales, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're in for a swerve of swerves, ladies and gentlemen, and it certainly is not going to be absurd. Although this story is going to be absurd, because we're talking about a removal, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a cancellation. We're talking about tape over the mouth for Roman Reigns. And it's a certain line, it's a certain thing that he said. And we're going to be talking about what's actually going down. The rhetoric, the reports, the retorts. We're going to file that down right here on Sean's View Entertainment, because we're going to get right into the thick of it. We're going to go right to the dessert. We're going to skip the supper. We're going to skip the main entree, and we're going to go right into the dessert, right into the escalation of this entire damn thing. And I want to thank you for joining me, whether you're a subscriber, definitely a channel member, a viewer. Now's the chance. Now's the opportunity to subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications. All right, here we go. Plain and simple, Triple H looked us in the eye. He went on the Pat McAfee show. He went on previous shows, and he said, Netflix is the land of free. No censors, no bleeps, unfiltered. Well, guess what? A year and some days in, and the silence button is already being smashed. Now, if you watch the replay, you missed the truth. Well, welcome to the corporate nightmare, and it has to revolve around Roman Reigns and the closing segment on Monday Night Raw. And how there's a lot of heat, supposedly, between Netflix, Monday Night Raw, and WWE. There's a lot of heat. WWE and Netflix both in hot water. Well, guess what, guys? What is going on? This is Sean Entertainment, your number one source for WWE News. The big corporations are trying to hide. We have a massive show today. We are talking about Roman Reigns being silenced, The Rock being muted, and why this $5 billion deal with Netflix might be dead on arrival. But first, I need to know, where are you on the premiere? Where are you with Monday Night Raw currently right now? Do you watch it live on Netflix? Do you watch it as it's happening, or do you watch the highlights? Do you watch it on YouTube? Do you watch it somehow for free? How are you currently watching Monday Night Raw ever since it moved off the USA Network? Now, look, before we get into the censorship, the show itself, visually incredible. 4K cameras, new stage, but did you notice something weird? The audio mix, the crowd sounded, well, distant. The commentary felt, well, processed. I saw a lot of you tweeting saying, why does this feel like a video game? That's not an accident, guys. That's control. When you control the audio, you control the narrative. And that brings us to the biggest controversy of the week. We all thought that this was the Attitude Era 2.0, right? We thought, okay, finally, Roman Reigns can curse. Roman Reigns can pretty much say whatever he wants to do. CM Punk can shoot. CM Punk can have his pipe bomb. But then, 2 words. And suddenly, there was silence. Why? Why did the audio drop? Was it a glitch? No, it was a choice. And it wasn't just a choice by Roman Reigns. They went after the tribal chief. And that's why we need to talk about this. Now, I hate reporting this because I wanted this to work. I wanted WWE to be uncensored. But we have to look at the evidence. This isn't just a glitch. This is a corporate panic attack. Let's look at the facts. Now, again, you got someone like CM Punk and Roman Reigns on the microphone. Things are going to be said. Things are going to be put under the microscope, obviously. But there was a specific line that was removed. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a specific wording. And it was uncensored on the live broadcast. It was uncensored. And we're going to get into exactly what we're talking about and what I mean, guys. If you watched Raw live on Netflix, you saw it, you heard it, you got it, okay? But Netflix, and if you go back and watch it now, guys, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters, if you go back, Netflix has removed the Zebros line from replays of WWE Raw. Now, why did it get removed? There's a lot of rumor and speculation, gossip. Maybe it was a copyright issue. Maybe it was an issue that could have been with Disney. But of all things that could be censored or removed or edited out from Netflix, Monday Night Raw on Monday nights, Zebros, ladies and gentlemen. Would have there been backlash from Disney? Is Disney going to have their own hand in this entire thing with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Raw, and Netflix? Is that what's at the center of attention right now? Now, should WWE push the boundaries no matter the consequences or adapt to protect the Netflix partnership? What's clear is that the Raw Netflix era has become more volatile than anyone expected. And if this angle continues to escalate with Roman Reigns and CM Punk on the road to WrestleMania, it could redefine the relationship between corporate partnerships and wrestling creativity. The storyline closes on an unresolved note. Is the Netflix deal truly in danger because of this one line, this one word, this one sentiment from Roman Reigns during his promo war with CM Punk on Raw several days ago last Monday night? Is this the birth of a new power struggle inside WWE? Has Roman Reigns sparked a revolution or a crisis? Roman Reigns, sensing the storm around him, leans into the controversy. On the next episode of Raw, in this storyline arc, he could deliver a cryptic promo to, maybe shift away from what he said last week. Now, he doesn't name Netflix directly, but his message is unmistakable. He talks about power, about corporate trying to control warriors, about being silenced. The crowd reacts instantly. The chants erupt. Social media explodes into storyline universe. Commentators frame it as a rebellion narrative. Roman Reigns versus corporate censorship. Backstage chatters question whether he's escalating the conflict or protecting WWE's identity. Either way, the tension becomes impossible to ignore. Now, in this angle, Triple H is caught in the most difficult position of his career. As WWE's creative leader, he must defend his roster while protecting the company's biggest partnership. Storyline reports describe emergency boardroom meetings where executives debate whether Raw's tone needs to change due to this Zebros line from Roman Reigns on Raw, which is what the world saw if you were watching it live. Netflix representatives in this narrative aren't threatening cancellation, but they are demanding reassurance. They want guarantees that WWE programming aligns with their performance and their platform strategy. Could Triple H push back and argue that WWE thrives on unpredictability? Sanitizing the product could alienate their core fan base. The tension from there could escalate. We could be on a pressure cooker going into WrestleMania, especially with the Elimination Chamber as the middle event between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Some executives allegedly float the phrase, if this continues, the deal could collapse. Whether that's exaggeration or genuine fear becomes central mystery driving this entire WWE and Netflix debacle. You wanted global attention, I gave it to you. Okay? The other side fears that the angering Netflix could jeopardize the future of the red brand of Raw on Monday nights. They see that the streaming deal has WWE's lifeline into the next era, and they worry that one reckless moment could trigger tighter exclusive control over creative freedom within the WWE. Backstage, the word spreads fast. Netflix could be unhappy with what Roman Reigns said on Raw because this could dive into Disney and all these other, this could alienate, Disney and all these other things. But according to what's circulating, okay, a recent Roman Reigns promo that crossed the line that Netflix executives were not comfortable with. The segment, described by insiders as unusually aggressive and unscripted feeling, allegedly sparked emergency conversations between WWE leadership and Netflix representatives. Now, as you can see throughout this entire video from the beginning and to the end, where we're almost getting to, we're breaking down a developing angle that mixes backstage politics, corporate pressure, and the biggest star in WWE caught right in the middle, Roman Reigns. WWE finds itself in a situation on Super Bowl Sunday that nobody expected this early in the Netflix era. And yeah, a year in is still early in my estimation. Once it gets to be 3 years, 5 years, well, then we're deep into this thing. Backstage whispers are exploding after a controversial Roman Reigns segment from Raw allegedly triggered concern from Netflix. And now rumors are swirling that the entire Raw deal could be under internal review. Again, a lot of talk, a lot of whispers, a lot of rhetoric going on about this right now. And on a Super Bowl Sunday where the NFL will play host to the New England Patriots versus Seattle, can you imagine what the fallout, the backlash, what the mayhem is going to be? Ladies and gentlemen, who do you point the finger to? Do you point the finger for Roman Reigns going over the line when he really didn't go over the line, when he really didn't go over the edge? Or is Netflix being absolutely ridiculous? And then, if WWE has to sanitize, if the WWE has to wipe their hands with what went down, you gotta be kidding me on that one for that aspect. But ladies and gentlemen, here on SeanzView, we dig deep, we go further. There is a belief in the wrestling industry, from the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, that AJ Styles isn't done wrestling. That is the belief. Also, the pressure will be on the legendary Sting's son. We all know Sting. WCW, NWA, NWO, WWE, TNA. We know Sting, right? Well, the pressure is now on Sting's son, starts before he even hits AEW television. Also, WWE stars are picking sides ahead of the Super Bowl. The Seahawks versus the Patriots gets a locker room split. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Hardy reveals that he is developing a brand new submission move after neck injury. Because Jeff Hardy, we know his high-flying, daredevilish side. We all know that Jeff Hardy throws caution to the wind. But now that Jeff Hardy is dealing with a massive neck injury, and that, well, quite frankly, hopefully won't sideline him. But Jeff Hardy is going to have to change it up. Jeff Hardy is going to have to mix it up. So Jeff Hardy is going to be debuting and developing a brand new submission move so he can adapt to his neck injury. Also, Montez Ford is going viral as WWE fans debate body change after his NXT appearance. The photos, the pictures are surfacing online. Montez Ford didn't need a TV return to go viral, and one loud moment at an NXT live event has done it for himself. Also, Mercedes Moné compares her comeback year to the Patriots' AFC win ahead of Super Bowl 60 tonight. Also, WWE legend Fred Ottman says exploding gallbladder nearly killed him after 30 days in the hospital. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, this is escalating. This is dominating online right now. Anna Jay update raises new questions about her AEW future as contract expiration nears. Will Anna Jay end up in NXT, a.k.a. WWE? Also, in some very prominent news, Chelsea Green pulled from AAA match after an injury on the Blue Burner SmackDown on Friday night. Yes, indeed, Chelsea Green has been pulled. Your thoughts, your comments, and your emotions on all of that. Also here on Sean's View Entertainment, where we express it, where it is notable, and where it is absolutely vital and credible. We're working on yet another big blockbuster headline in the next upload, the next video, because Sean's View Entertainment will always turn it up to a whole nother level, because Sean's View Entertainment says, well, hell, that's what's up. Make sure to subscribe today, turn on all notifications, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View. I will always be unapologetic, and I will always drive it, and I will always go to that. I will go to there, if need be. If it serves me to force up the violence factor, you can damnly well bet I'll do it. And that's the bottom line. Subscribe.